from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the
good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Marks now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And that's the way you get an opening drive going. Pick up the first down, convert on 3rd down, and how about doing it old school style, doing it with a run and play.
Here's Stroud. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
10 more yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Stroud keeps it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stroud to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. Now Rivers. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Texans will take over. C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. He'll come out throwing here on first down.
Checks this down to Marks out of the backfield.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Stroud out of the gun here. He'll complete this one to Collins.
Complete to Nico Collins. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The offense on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On the play. And the Texans first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here goes Stroud again. That's going to be caught.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Marks will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Stroud. They set up the screen, Marks. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. There's the flash of Abdullah. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Rivers now. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's Rivers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Rivers. To the sideline and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. and this will remain a two-touchdown game.
I don't think there's any other way to frame it other than this. That's a disappointing end to a good opening drive and definitely not what they're looking for on the road.
You mentioned a good opening drive. You're right. They were able to move the ball, picked up a few first downs. In the end, though, they come away with nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Stroud going to give to Marks. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Throwing, Rivers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Play fake, Rivers. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Rivers. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Rivers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 22-yard line.
Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Rivers to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Will Mallory, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Late groupie now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Texans first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. It's caught inside the 25.
Offside. Defense.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Getting this quickly to Berrios. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The throwing again is Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Rivers. Connecting over the middle with Downs. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play develop, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This is caught inside the 15. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll come up now on second down. Throwing Rivers. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.